for Ottinger, trying to get to 10 wins for the third straight playoff year. I mean, he's had 19 games the last 2 years, and he knows that Ottinger's going to have to be a difference maker to get this team past this conference round, which they haven't been able to do the last 2 seasons.
Granlund against Henrique. Dallas able to win the draw. Renton starts out, up ahead it goes. Hintz will flip it in. Up along the boards, and it's played past Harley, who pitched in.
I think that was a skate that came up as a scary moment for Brown there.
What's up, chat?
Plays, you're going after the puck and you totally lose balance and just flopped up.
And Johnny Bear with the whistle and acknowledging to the start pitch why he stopped playing. And here's evidence of why it was a good stoppage.
Yeah, Granlund just literally toe picks. Oh boy, as a player, you're focused on the puck. Brown, you know, not even thinking anything, but I want to get the puck retrieval here, and then to feel the cold steel on your nose. He's fortunate there that wasn't worse, and good for the official on that one. Anything around the head like that is a dangerous play. Certainly no intent by Granlund, but that is an awful close call.
One advantage of a good playoff beard.
Boy, yeah, the bristle stops it, doesn't it?
It could have been very dangerous. Heiskanen plays it back inside the line. Nurse off the stick of Harley, ricochet to Draisaitl, and now it's Janmark in the middle shot, and that went high. Dallas sends it the length of the ice. Skinner comes out, and he'll swing it away.
I don't think he needed to play that one. That was going to be icing to Preston Stetcher to get there.
Make sure it doesn't backfire. Had a chance there, but looked like Stetcher was going to win the race. Nurse turns back. Corey Stetcher to Darnell Nurse. Up ahead it goes. Draisaitl knocked down the pass. Looks like it was intended for Frederic. Kept in by Janmark. Janmark tried to spin that along the boards. Knocked down by Harley. Heiskanen ahead and flicked deep there by Duchesne. After it goes Marchment. Played past Seguin. Duchesne along the boards, but Nugent Hopkins has McDavid on the move. Connor McDavid across. Bouchard shot, and that goes out of play. Lindell looked like he deflected that.
That was a good effort of jumping up there by Bouchard. And here's the play, a little stop up by Janmark. A drop back here to Stetcher. He's walking into this one a little bit of a knuckleball, but you could see Ottinger couldn't see through his own man. And yeah, I think this is clearly going to be an icing call. It's just a jump of the gun there for Stuart Skinner. Fortunately for his teammates, able to clear and nothing came out of it.
So the captains will face off in the Dallas zone. Ben and McDavid. And off the draw, Dallas possession. Flip to center.
Hello.
Flip down there by Bouchard.
Welcome.
Scoops it back in. Alman. So the captains will face off in the Dallas zone. Ben and McDavid. And off the draw, Dallas possession. Flip to center and flip down there by Bouchard, who scoops it back in. Alman on the forecheck once again, now up to 95 hits in these playoffs. A little awkward there as he tried to hold the post. Swinging. So the captains will face off in the Dallas zone. Ben and McDavid. And off the draw, Dallas possession.
Rantanen, you think back to the Colorado series, the big games he had there. He hasn't had much open ice, and to use that big body and get that speed going north-south.
Kapanen holds it in. Around it goes as Heiskanen after it. Sam still dug it loose. Harley tied up there by Brown. Worked it loose, and Blackwell ahead for Steele. Robertson trying to swing it in, hit the line, but that goes off Kevin Bird. In behind the net, Nurse. Connor Brown and Darnell Nurse jumping up. Evander Kane after it. Petrovic working that around Stetcher. Advancing, plays it, not hopped on Henry. Back to the line for Nurse. Darnell Nurse shot goes wide. Ricochets to his partner Stetcher, and that goes off the body and back to the Edmonton line. Here's Keane at center. Up there by Duchesne. Fischel up the boards, and that's onto the stick of Janmark across. Here's a chance, and that gives a stop. Rebound. Play back, and Lundqvist got back just in time. Chance for Matthias Janmark. Up ahead for Perry. Can't handle the pass. Petrovic plays it ahead. Seguin and now Duchesne. Tyler Seguin once again. He's able to get it in.
Chance of Otter there. That might have been his best. It was certainly the most athletic, kicking that right toe out and getting that one as it was labeled for the far corner along the ice.
At center, Jamie Benn, who had 7 points in the series last year to lead the Stars, hands it off, and a glove stop there by Skinner off Wyatt Johnston. It remains 1-0 for the Oilers on a goal by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Jake Ottinger's been sharp in this one, and another big stop.
Rogers Xfinity is here with the next generation of streaming. Now Keanu can spend more time watching all his TV.
Yes. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
All his streams.
What? You're so cute.
Even the shows Keanu can't help but love.
My list.
The best entertainment experience is here with Rogers Xfinity.
Sponge towels. Nothing absorbs like it.
Is that trench coat from Winners? I love that. Is this Winners? That Winners?
Oh, I love those shoes.
Is that leather handbag Winners?
Is anyone paying full price?
For anything?
Stop wondering. Start winning.
Visa uses state-of-the-art fraud protection worldwide. So no matter where in the world you are, you can be the traveler you want to be. With trusted security right by your side.
When you're bringing your A game, you need a spot that brings theirs too. Milestone's Wednesday date night menu. A starter, 2 mains, and a dessert for $75.
It's 1-0 Edmonton as we approach the midway mark of the second period. I feel like we should make a disclaimer because we like Edmonton at this point in game 1, and it certainly changed after that.
It's very much the same. We talked about the 5-on-5 game. They've been really pushing the Dallas Stars, keeping them back on their heels. Now, one thing coming into this, though, was the balance of the Edmonton Oilers. Well, here's the good and the bad. You're in a conference final series. These are all the point getters so far in the series for the Oilers. It's the usual suspects. You know that you're going to have to make a difference. On the other end, Rantanen with that first shift, Chris, where he showed some of his skill set, some of his highlights. He's got to start playing a little bit more aggressively here for Dallas on home ice.
Johnson able to move that to Ben, trying to stretch it out for Dodonov. Play call.
This is our game. Rogers, Canada's home of hockey.
Join host Lisa Gilroy for the 2025 Canadian Screen Awards live Sunday, June 1st, 8 o'clock Eastern. Watch free on CBC Gem. A high stick brings the face-off deep into the Oilers' zone.
Another little change here for Pete DeBoer. Offensive zone face-off. Draisaitl, not McDavid. So Harley comes out with Heiskanen again. Lindell was ready to take the draw, and Harley came flying out. So looking for a little bit of an offensive push with the opportunity in the offensive zone face-off.
Sagan on the draw, but it's won by Podkolzin. Wallman stripped to the pocket. Mason Marchment's got it in behind the Edmonton net. Centers for Duchesne. Good shot. Looked like it hit Wallman in front. Now Duchesne on it. Overskates it to Kapanen. Gets control for the Oilers and spins it back. On Klingberg, the former star, up on the right side. Kapanen sends it across the front of the Dallas net. Late around pass, Kapanen. Out comes Sagan. Driving the lane is Granlund out there now. Sagan trying to spin off the traffic, and it comes back out to center. Alex Petrovic will flip it in. After it is Duchesne against Klingberg. They turn it over. In front. And Skinner had to be sharp on that. Granlund came from in behind the net in front. Granlund on it again. Here's Granlund centering it to Granlund. Unable to finish that. He's had two chances here on the last shift. Trying to play it back to the line. That was broken up, and Edmonton gets out. But there's Redmond.
Yeah, there's that little push. I mean, it has been a bit of a frustrating, sleepy game for him to this point. It's back to...
Whoa, Skinner gives it away. Robertson had it. Trying to center it, and Corey Perry intercepts.
Oh, boy. Talk about dodging a bullet there.
There's a blocker steered away by Otdrew, but the Oilers come up with the rebound. Kulak across, and Janmark couldn't get a stick on that. Bouchard swings it in and around. It'll come to Perry, takes a look and cycles it back. They try to feed it to Kulak, intercepted by Steele, but Dallas doesn't clear. Petrovic up the boards for Steele. And now away goes Hintz over the line. They stay onside. Hit behind the net. We got Henrique down.
He got popped by Robertson there, right on the line as Robertson was trying to stay onside. Took an elbow to the head.
Dadonov tied up. Robertson tries to feed it back. Sent in to the corner off the official. And Dadonov was waiting for it behind the net. And Edmonton able to work it out. Heiskanen a bank pass. Dadonov gets Ben working in. Good stick there by Kulak. Henrique's recovered. Stays out there. Long change second period, so he can't get off at the moment. Puck comes loose. And battling for the puck there was Dadonov up against Kulak. Now deflected, but that hit Lindell. It stays in the zone. Finally, Kulak able to move it out to center, and it slides down into the Dallas zone.
Yeah, dodged it there. That you saw the ice times. You get chasing in your own zone. Not much left in the 10.
10 minutes gone, second period. Marchment taken into the corner by Wallman. Puck dug out of there by Sagan. Wallman able to evade a couple of Dallas Star forecheckers. Bounce down the ice. And now played back to center. It'll be Sagan over the line with Duchesne. Duchesne fired. Blocked by Wallman. Big shot blocked by Jake Wallman in front. Dallas coming on. Back to the line, Harley. And his shot goes high off the end glass. And a high stick will stop play.
Well, a little push as you would expect here from the home side. And after back-to-back shifts, Nico Rantanen trying around the net, getting in on the loose puck, creating a turnover, hard to the front of the net. Toe save there by Skinner. And this is one, whoa, this puck gets away. Skinner now gets some contact in front with Hintz, but the Oilers able to clear. Here's the contact there, the elbow down to Henrique, and he goes down.
Ads.
I need to say
I love
something.
ads. I love ads.
Okay.
Type I love
I don't
ads in
wanna
chat
ruin
if you
you.
love ads.
You won't.
The cantaloupe. They gotta knock on it lightly. Shouldn't sound like nobody's home.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Done. I also do that.
Man, I gotta get my PC.
Travel. It's gone
Hold
from
on,
being
chat, I'll
an
be back.
adventure to a checklist. But the world is still full of wonder. You just need a better way to find it. Introducing Airbnb Experiences. Master ramen with an award-winning chef. Dive into underground jazz with a renowned bassist. Or see Notre Dame with her. She helped restore it, by the way. Don't just see a place. Experience it.
Why are people everywhere talking about Bet99 Casino? Because Vegas is just one click away. With live dealer tables including blackjack and roulette, plus Ontario's favorite slots. With over 2,500 casino games, Bet99 brings Vegas right to you. And you. And you. Bet99 Casino. We've got casino games for everyone. Download Bet99 today. Ontario's online casino.
It's brought to you by SpongeTown. Nothing absorbs like it, and nothing has been absorbing the puck like the iron here at American Airlines Center, the part of Edmonton Oilers shots. A crossbar post in game one, and this in game two, as we soak it all in through the first 4+ periods of the Western Conference Final between Dallas and Edmonton.
These fans trying to rev up the home team. Adam Henrique has gone to the Edmonton dressing room.
Well, Gene, like my teammate Grant Fuhr always said, that's all I'm giving you is the goalpost. Part of the equipment of the goaltender, too. But, yeah, it's just those fine line between putting it in and keeping it out.
Look down for Pottinger to hand it off to Esa Lindell. McDavid on the ice has 3 shots of the game. Here comes Hintz flying in. A pass for Heiskanen who jumped. And now maybe caught as Nugent Hopkins sends it back down into the Dallas zone. Play for Heiskanen off the boards to the Edmonton line. And that gets past Heiskanen. Hyman drops. There's Nugent Hopkins on Heiskanen. Puck bounced up in front. Stars are there to take it away. And back comes Rantanen out there with Wyatt Johnston. Rantanen behind the net trying to pick the pocket of Bouchard. Jimmy Benn up and around. Cody Ceci trying to come down the boards on Nugent Hopkins. Evan Bouchard. And now McDavid slides it deep at the end of a shift for 97. Here's Ceci. Bogdanov unable to handle a bouncing puck, and back in comes Kapanen. Swings it around near side, Podkolzin. That pass him, and Roman steers that right on goal. Ceci trying to work it along the boards. Kapanen in, and now Draisaitl. Back to Roman. Across for Bouchard. Sends it in behind the net. That'll ricochet towards Draisaitl, who's tied up. And Dallas flips it away. Evan Bouchard. Rick wide, Kapanen. Sliding it through. Here's Kane in front. Draisaitl unable to take that pass. In behind the Dallas defense.
Yeah, Edmonton change an entire Dallas 5 here that have been stuck on that long second period change.
Bogdanov can't come up with a puck. Edmonton does. Kuyak in front. Knocked down. And Ottinger able to pounce on that with a flyby from Kane.
Well, that's a big job of Ottinger getting to that rebound and not allowing that second chance. You know you get an opportunity when you get a tired group, and Kapanen with just a little chip pass. Kane knows he's got Draisaitl, a rolling puck that he can't
Okay,
quite
what's
control
going on
with
here?
that
Let's
big
see.
battle. And then after a puck battle on the wall, just get it to the front of the net. Kane gets a piece of the first one, but his momentum takes him right by the
What's the
ability
score
to
now?
get on that rebound.
It's still
while
1-0.
Ottinger able to find it.
Shot 17-14, Edmonton in the game. McDavid comes right back out to take the draw, along with Perry and Keane. That shot off Lindell. There's Connor McDavid. Back to Kulak. Hit a stick goes high, and Dallas gets possession, and Sam Steele works it ahead. Rantanen will drop it in. Some different combinations for Pete DeBoer here in the second period, and now it's McDavid back to work. 2 assists in game 1. McDavid now with 96 in his career. That's the same total as Mario Lemieux finished with in his Stanley Cup playoff portfolio. Robertson up, and Rantanen drops it back in and heads off. Stetcher around for Nurse, and out he comes and then turns back. Watched by Duchesne. Stetcher returns it to Nurse. 6:06 remaining here in the second. Liam Bishop pounded by Brown. Trying to work it ahead, and it's keeping the line, not out. Stetcher will walk the line and scoop that backhand into the corner. Brown trying to tie up his man. Puck comes ahead, and it'll be worked out. Marchment's got it. With Duchesne over the line. With Matt Duchesne from a sharp angle, and that'll be absorbed by Skinner. So into the later stages of this second period, still 1-0 Oil.
Feel the rush this hockey season and bet on any goal, save, and power play with BetMGM. From the opening faceoff to the final buzzer, stay ahead of the game with live betting options and comprehensive stats to help you make your winning picks. Ready to take your shot? Any play is a chance to win with BetMGM. BetMGM, the sports book where we know how to treat you right. Download the app to bet.
I'm here to save you.
I want to give you the chance you need.
Blah, 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 blah. No one cares.
I want to remind you that your life means a lot.
And you can share that life with those who really need it.
Here we go. One more. Go, go, go.
I'm here to save you. Like you're here to save me.
Bright sunshine day. Where the hell are you going?
Where will you be for the final reckoning? Don't miss the best we've ever seen one last time.
This is what you were born to do.
Mission Impossible.
There's no one way to be generous. There are endless ways. And there's a crown for every one of them.
Is never an easy straight line. There's lots of pits and valleys and tough starts, and you can see the Edmonton Oilers over the last 2 years go all the way back to Vancouver, trailing in that one, found a way to bring it out. This very series here, down 2-1, had a huge comeback, win in Game 4, and then of course the dig-in Stanley Cup final, down by 3 and fought all the way back to Game 7. You know, that it's part of that journey that just you build resilience along the way. The Oilers have been able to do it. They tried to get this one back to an even series as well. You know, from Dallas's perspective on that too, Chris, as Pete DeBoer said, they've been so close. This is the 3rd straight year, but this has been their hurdle that they haven't found a way to get to that next level. One of the reasons they were feeling is maybe the game breaker in Mikko Rantanen, and see if he can have an influence in this game.
Back-to-back face-off wins there by Hintz in the offensive zone, but Edmonton away now, and a pass for Draisaitl. Hit a skate, and now it's picked off, and away goes Granlund. Granlund going wide on John Klingberg. Hands it off to Rantanen behind the net. Here's Rantanen passing back. Let's shot back down from Hintz. Stopped by Skinner. Chance for Hintz.
Oh, he stopped it.
Kapanen cuts off the pass to Harley. Scoops it ahead, and Draisaitl's in. Along with puck pulls, and Draisaitl holds, and that shot off Heiskanen. Zach Hyman checks in. He'll send it around. Kulak after it. Got past him, but Granlund out. Bouchard backpedals, looks ahead, and it's on the tape for McDavid, working in, dropping it back. Kulak, scores!
Oh,
Brett
what?
Kulak going high on a second chance, and Edmonton has a 2-goal lead.
Boy, you just see this so often where you get a good chance at one end and it looks like, okay, the push is coming, and instead it ends up at the other in the back of your net. Here's the best chance here. Watch how far Stuart Skinner, he's sliding across the net's half open.
2-0 for the Oilers.
As he's able to make that second chance on Rupe Hintz, and sometimes you need a little bit of a break. 3 back deep. Another rebound that comes right back onto the stick of Kulak. He follows it up, gets into that area first. Rantanen gets his speed on it, but the follow-up shot up and over the glove of Ottinger, not able to adjust. A little talk from Paul Coffey there, and man, what an influence Kulak has played. Big minutes, important matchups, and there's maybe his biggest goal.
90th postseason game for Brett Kulak, has his first of these playoffs. And McDavid with his 97th assist in Stanley Cup play. Bouchard with another point. Turned aside by Skinner. It's Duchesne holding in the middle. Marchment, and he missed the target.
Ooh, that was close.
Return fire here by Dallas.
There's 4 minutes left in the second period.
Stetcher around. Trevor able to deflect that out.
That was a tough play for Duchesne. He got nursed down with his face kind of staring at you right in the crease. Didn't know whether to shoot or pass on.
Back in Duchesne. And Seguin. Back to Duchesne. Lindell was calling for it. He edged in. Now shoots. That blocked in front. That went off Stetcher. And away goes Nugent Hopkins. He'll turn it back. Evander Kane. And Lasker stops that. Great chance for Kane to expand the lead. Nugent Hopkins. Tip in front. Scores.
What?
Brown with the redirect. 2 quick goals for the Oilers.
Huh?
And a 3-goal lead.
Well, there's the exact same. Duchesne's going back to the bench with his head down. He had a chance at the other end, couldn't find a way to put it past Stuart Skinner and all the bodies in front. Then the Oilers go back down. You can see dead tired Dallas Stars in the offensive zone. A little late coming back defensively. Brown in great position, and this is a one-hopper. You know, Nugent Hopkins, watch his presence of mind. Puts it to an area, one hop over the pad and underneath the glove. Great positioning in front, and you couldn't do a better job of timing that one there. Kane, Brown, and Nugent Hopkins find themselves out there together, and they give the Oilers a 3-0 lead and quiet this crowd.
Connor Brown has his 5th of the postseason. It comes a minute 13 after the Kulak goal. And how many minutes after you said they need more than just the usual suspects? Well, Kulak and Brown will answer that call. And another chance at Brown. Oh, big stop there.
Oh, that was so close.
Oilers almost had 3 in rapid fire. The 2 goals come a minute 13 apart, and here's McDavid looking for more. And Actor fought that off. Dallas in a bit of disarray, but now Benn's away. Jamie Benn into the Edmonton zone. Following up is Blackwell. Benn along the boards, and Wyatt Johnston in there after it as well. Trying to dig it up. Johnston spilled.
Yeah, keep tapping those boards.
Back to work. Near the end of a shift, looks across for Perry. Perry shoveling that in front. Hyman got a stick on that, but not able to get a good shot away.
Well, you just see the goals go to the legs of the Oilers here. Dallas is having a hard time getting any kind of a spark. And maybe a saver there for Ottinger. Corey Perry with all kinds of speed found himself in so tight, couldn't put it up and over the pad.
Race for the puck here. Sam steals in. Steele in behind the net. Unable to get a shot away against Kulak. Robertson works it loose. Blackwell feeds the point. Thomas Harley walking in. He shot blocked. That one got a piece of Draisaitl in front. So Leon Draisaitl with a big block.
Boy, it's shooting through a myriad of bodies in front of the Oiler net now. And guys trying to have their head up, pick their shots. But Not an easy route to get it through to Stuart Skinner.
Back in Robertson. Draisaitl picked that off. I think he's still feeling the effects of the shot block, but able to get it down the ice and get to the bench. Ceci starts the breakout, and away goes Rantanen in, speeding around behind the net. He'll feed it back into the high slot, and Petrovic unable to handle that. Bichsel looking for Granlund. Victor Bichsel at the line in the final minute of a huge...
Second period's almost done, chat.
That one rolling through it. Oettinger out to play that over the glass. And is that going to be a penalty?
That's an out. That's one again. That pressure, the relentless pressure causes Oettinger to go out. Looked like the Oilers were going to go up 4-0. Earlier, here's Perry. Just two little quick passes into an area, backhand, in tight, but just couldn't get it past the toe, couldn't get it up. And then the penalty at the end. Good pressure by Janmark, knowing that he's got to get it away quickly. That one just rolls, and Oettinger, his look on his head says it all. Puts that one up and over. The last thing you want to do is give this Oiler power play another opportunity for some insurance.
So 1 for 2 in the game. Already goals by Kulak and Brown late in this second period.
Again, talking about percentages, this is where coaches go, you know, don't worry about the overall effect. This is one that you get a gift from the goaltender making a difficult, bad play, and you got to put this one in the net. Give yourself that cushion that you need going into the third period.
Draisaitl on the draw. That'll win it back that got cut up in the linesman skates, and Dallas able to clear.
Time and penalty, 19:08.
So 40 seconds remaining here in the second period. Bouchard with a pair of points. That's too far for Nugent Hopkins. Oettinger scoops it around, and Lindell will turn them back. Kick back to McDavid. Over the line with Draisaitl. Hintz watching him. Hintz came up with it, and he'll clear it back. And charging after that is Johnston, trying to force a mistake here in the late stages. The centering pass for Hintz. Hyman came back. McDavid, does he have time? Doesn't look like it. Over the line, he'll play it on goal as the period comes to a close. What a finish. As Kulak scores at 15:23, and then a minute 13 later, Connor Brown enhances the Oiler lead to 3-0. After 40 minutes, shots on goals 24-17, Edmonton through 2. Coming up, our second intermission, Ron Jen, Kelly, and Justin Bourne. And here at American Airlines Civic Center, David Amber and Luke Gatzik.
You missed his turn at the Pinata because you were busy not missing hockey. Watch in-game highlights,
Ads.
stories,
Who loves
and
ads?
post-game recaps.
Hey,
only
I love
with
ads in
NHL.
chat if you love ads.
A century. 100 years. It's
Oh,
a
no
story
way.
written by Canadians.
That's me.
Every worker.
Wow.
Every dealership.
I
Every
love
family
streaming.
that chose
Can you tell?
us. From the highways to the back roads.
so much.
School drop-offs and Saturday skates. You've put your trust in us. And it's because of you we've put millions of vehicles on Canadian roads. So as we mark 100 years, this is a thank you. Because you didn't just ride along, you drove us.
No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean routine starts with Oral-B.
Uh-oh. I don't think you're allowed inside the cart there, sweetie.
Oh, this is John Hamm's dog. That's his name, not Sweetie.
Cool, could you get him on my cart? This is really heavy.
Yeah, that's why you should never do this. You should have skipped it.
That's my cart.
Search spy movies.
Rogers Xfinity is here with the next generation of streaming. Now Keanu can spend more time watching all his TV.
Yes. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah!
All his streams.
What? You're so cute.
Even the shows Keanu can't help but love.
My list.
The best entertainment experience is here with Rogers Xfinity.
Tomorrow on Sportsnet, Hockey Central sets you up first. Then
The Cats hit home with a curve on the road.
the Panthers are rolling while the Hurricanes are reeling.
A lot has to change for Carolina to get this thing turned around.
Now the series shifts back to Sunrise. Can Florida keep up the momentum at home?
The one thing you know that is not going to stop is the physicality of the Florida Panthers.
The Stanley Cup playoffs. Watch on Sportsnet. Stream on Sportsnet Plus. This second intermission brought to you by Rogers, Canada's home of hockey. Canada, it's time to bring Stanley home. This is our game.
This is our game, and this is a recording. Great 40 minutes for the Edmonton Oilers and jubilation in the mosh pit, and that's all we're going to say about that. Jennifer Kelly, our very special guest on duty tonight is Justin Bourne. By the way, the Tigers, with 2 minutes to go, won it 5-4. St. Martin scored the winning goal.
Great night.
So they're off over Rimouski.
Great.
Let's get it to Jim Nill will be happy, David Amber, as we send it to you and Luke.
Yeah, I'll be happy about Medicine Hat, not so happy about his Stars, because that was a great finish to that second period for the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton's own Brett Kulak becomes the 17th different Oiler to score in this postseason. Maybe unexpected, just his third career playoff goal, but very timely.
Well, Ron expected it back in the studio for sure, his favorite guy. No, we had a good chance to sit down with Brett this morning, and what a good character teammate, has a great head on his shoulders, has a great perspective and insight on the game. Now, we didn't expect him to come down the pipe and get a great bounce and put it behind Ottinger here, but the Oilers will take it. Brett talked about the group and how good the group is game to game with the mental challenges and adjustments that they need to make going from game to game. And I think we talk a lot about the veterans in this locker room and how it starts with Connor and Leon, but he's a huge, huge part of that room.
You're talking about adjustments. I imagine there might be some adjustments from the way they went into the approach of the third period last game. We all know what happened there. What's the messaging with a 3-goal lead now here?
First and foremost, it has to be discipline. Corey Perry talked this morning about playing on the edge and how a lot of the penalties they're taking aren't playing on the edge. They're just careless sticks and roughs, but they have to be able to find that fine line and play on it and not, play soft or anything like that. Make sure they're continuing to play intense, but watching the sticks and staying out of the box.
And Ron, you said it, nothing will be taken for granted after what happened in game one in the third period. Probably a different focus for this group heading into the third this time around.
Terrific, DA and Luke. Kelly, why don't you start?
Okay, I'm going to focus on the one Edmonton Oiler, the defenseman, that has played less than 10 minutes. Troy Stetcher, 920, but he's so impactful, and you need depth, right? Everybody knows that. He's not a big guy. He's 5'10", 184 pounds. There he is to the side of the net, just battling, right? Like, that's what he is. He's a battler. He's competitive.
Crazy.
By the way, he thinks the game at an elite level, so he uses his partner really well with Nurse. They're paired most of the times, although I saw him out there quite a bit with Kulak. I like this play, how he understands when to pinch down, get the puck in the corner. Nice play here, get the puck down low once again to Kane. This was an important play, so keep this one in mind. Now, eventually the puck's going to come back to Stetcher again. He gets it quickly to Kulak. There's Kane going to the front. Nice redirect. Good save by Ottinger. Here's a nice play, reading the pressure. Gets it back in the corner to his partner, Nurse. Here's another smart play to keep that in. That's hard to do, to be brave enough to stay in the fight in that one. And then lastly, a great block right in front. And what happens? Oilers go down. Connor Brown gets the deflection, and they score. So great, period. But overall, it's important for Stetcher and the Oilers to have that depth. He's so good.
So that's related to what I want to talk about, because you saw that first clip there where the Stars get close to the net, but Stetcher's hard on it right there. And then he blocks one when they have an almost opportunity. That seems to be the theme of this game for me, is the Oilers packing it in front of the net. And there's that takeaway by Henrique. every time it felt like the Stars were going to have a chance, you look, there's 3 Oilers right on top of the crease, desperately blocking shots at the last second, lifting sticks if they can, at least making it hard to be around there. So there were times where it felt like the Stars had the puck or had control of the play, but it didn't get to completion. And I think you have to accept, postseason guys, when you play good teams, they're going to get the puck. They have all-stars. They're going to get their opportunities. It's a matter of a block there from Draisaitl of having everyone commit on the defensive side of things as well. So, sure, Dallas had the puck quite a bit, but the Oilers did a great job taking away any real opportunities.
Well, Kel, you mentioned the depth piece, right? So you've got Stetcher making great plays. You have Kulak and Brown that have scored tonight, but you also have Ryan Nugent-Hopkins that has 2 points. McDavid and Draisaitl both have an assist. And to me, when you've got your top players playing really well, that's what fuels them. Then you get the contributions throughout the lineup. So let's look at Draisaitl. 4 points throughout the series. And this is a play they have tried before. A little bit of a different angle where they're parallel to the ice, but McDavid is looking for Draisaitl on the power play. This was game 1. It doesn't quite work. There's the pressure there. They don't connect. But then again tonight, this time it's Draisaitl positioning, but it's Nugent-Hopkins looking for him. So Draisaitl likes to get that puck on the backhand. Beautiful quick release and an outstanding chance. I mean, Ottinger's been incredible early in this game and then makes the save. But Draisaitl's backhand in general is really impressive. And so you watch, I mean, he made a neutral zone pass. To me, this one, the offensive zone, rink-wide pass that he finds Wallman. In the offensive zone, some really nice reads under pressure, some touches, like the soft touches to know how your teammates can skate into space. This time coming through the neutral zone, he makes the delay, but then again finds a support player. And then afterwards, I mean, he ends up having one of the rushes on the offensive zone where I was joking, Justin, he sort of missed it on the backhand. A miss on the backhand. But, I mean, one of the best in the game with backhand passes, and to me, just outstanding, intelligent plays by Draisaitl.
Hey, Zoomer, this is a long shot. I don't know if it's Jeremy or you saw him running Red Suite tonight, but remember we were saying Troy Stetcher was talking to, we think, Heiskanen, then Jason Robertson was chirping the Edmonton Oilers bench and said, let's just mark that in case anything happens with Jason Robertson later on in the period. And I forgot something did happen later on in the period. This is the Adam Henrique collision. I don't think anything untoward. Does anybody think anything untoward in this?
He's just trying to stay on side.
Yeah. So this will be just, where Adam leaves the game. It's such a bizarre one. Yeah, I can't see Jason doing it. He just, trying to stay on. Yeah. So don't even worry about a Zoomer. But if you that's Henrique, and we'll get you an update if Gene is able to get one for you. But that's a tough blow because he's been playing well. Yeah. Oilers in control after 40 as Kulak, as you said, Luke, without a doubt, the best Edmonton Oiler, scores as part of 3 for the visitors tonight on Hockey Night in Canada.
This second intermission brought to you by Rogers, Canada's home of hockey. Canada, it's time to bring Stanley home. This is our game. NHL Shop has the largest selection of authentic NHL fan gear for the playoffs. Shop now and get today's special offer.
Since when did Canada matter? Since when were Canadians passionate or loud or exciting? Since when were Canadians proud? When weren't we? Canadians since 1786.
Love the blazer. Winners got it for like 60% less.
If that's from Winners, anything could be from Winners. Is that designer dress from Winners? Is that luggage from Winners? Is this crystal Winners too? Did that dog go to Winners? Is that leather handbag Winners? That Winners? Is anyone paying full price for anything?
Stop wondering. Start winning. Winners. Find fabulous for less.
Jonesy, what are you working on? Nice. Oh!
That was level 1. You want me to go higher?
No.
Put us in a box. Go ahead. That just gives us something to break out of. An opportunity to shatter expectations. In the next generation GMC
Chad, I'm gonna go get a snack.
What we choose to challenge, we challenge completely. We are professional grade.
Dear Stanley, it's time to come home.
Don't let lunch be a letdown. Go get that fresh deal. Like Subway 6-inch Italian BMT or sweet onion chicken teriyaki on fresh baked bread for just $5.99. Subway makes it fresh like that.
What did you get me into?
Welcome to Narnia. Buckle your seatbelt.
Caught stealing. Watch the trailer online.
Jonesy, what are you working on? Nice. Oh!
That was level 1. You want me to go higher?
No.
Wouldn't life be great if you didn't have to wait for that bucket list trip? Invest with Fidelity, and reaching your goals may just take less time than you think.
I'd do anything.
Surprise! We got a dog.
Aw, new pet?
Let's go to PetSmart.
We've got literally anything you need. And make life easier with AutoShip, so you never run out.
The Stanley Cup playoffs on Sportsnet, presented by Instacart. Groceries that over-deliver. Rogers is Canada's home of hockey. Tonight, they're hosting thousands at the Rogers Watch Party back in
There's a lot of
Edmonton for
people.
Canadians. This isn't just a game. It's our game. And we want to acknowledge the Jim Gregory nominees. 3 up for the GM of the Year award. Kevin Shovel, day off, amazing job. Jim Nill, amazing job. Bill Zito, amazing job. Good luck picking a winner there. Here's what we were talking about on the bench during the second period. You'll see Stetcher. That helmet belongs to Miro Heiskanen. Watch Troy. You love Kel, and you're just, I'm not having any of that. You're a Norris candidate kind of guy. I'm better. And then, like within 10 seconds, Robertson's back at Stetcher, and you see Klingberg laughing and Wallman laughing. And anyway, back to the rink and the third period after this.
It's Canada's turn to raise the banner. We get it. Feel like it'll never be your turn to retire? We got you. Get investments, insurance, and advice from someone who gets you.
How come we never talk about the Canadian dream? It's not like we don't know how to dream. Just take a look around. So what is it? Are we too polite to flaunt it? Or do we prefer to just live it? You see, the Canadian dream isn't some faraway ideal we only talk about. It's right here. And it's all around us. On the long, remote stretches of highway that connect us. Take our hats off to it. Upon arrival, where everyone can feel Canadian, and the goodbyes where everyone can have a lingering taste of home. Yeah, the Canadian dream lives on every corner of this land. And at Tim's, we're proud to fuel it.
Hi, honey.
Morning, Brett, huh?
Dr. Garcia?
It's millions of bacteria growing overnight.
Crest Health helps prevent oral health issues before they start.
And so much pressure!
Crest.
Let's hear it. The Final Reckoning is the symphony of action and spectacle. Always right to the point, Nadia. It's stunning, thrilling, and spectacular.
So, what's the play?
You'll never see a movie like this again. Mission Impossible, now playing.
Is that trench coat from Winners? I love that. Is this Winners? That Winners? Oh, I love those shoes. Is that leather handbag Winners? Is anyone paying full price for anything?
Stop wondering. Start winning.
How do you get yours when the system is designed to get theirs first? The answer is zero. Questrade thinks you deserve more zeros. So they changed the game again with zero commission trades.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Truck Month is on now.
Get a cash bonus on these light-duty, heavy-duty, or all-electric GM.
Playoffs 50-50, presented by Rogers, continues for the Western Conference Final in support of Make-A-Wish Canada and the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation. There are 70 early bird prizes remaining, including cash, not one, but 2 Ford trucks. The main jackpot just over $2 million, and the playoff bonus jackpot just under $4.5 million, and still climbing. Get your tickets now. All right, Stats After 40 brought to you by Rogers, Canada's home of hockey. Stats won't tell you that for at least a good portion of period number 2, the Dallas Stars were coming on and playing very strong against the Edmonton Oilers, but the Oilers have responded, and every stat other than ozone time in their favor heading into period 3. And into period 3, we'll see if Adam Henrique is back after he was bumped, knocked in the head on the part of Jason Robinson. TV Force chatting with Henrique, whether it was concussion spotter or just for safety priority, was taken out of the period, and that is a very good sign for Adam Henrique in the Edmonton Oilers. He is back. Craig, Chris is just on you. He's ready to go.
Junior, just watching the late arrival was Evander Kane, was wondering if there was something up with him, but he has gotten to the Edmonton bench.
Chat, third
We're ready
period.
for the third with a minute 9 remaining in the penalty against Dallas that is being served by Mikko Rantanen. So Gregor was 3-1 after 2 in game 1. This time it's the Oilers who start on a power play in the third. Draisaitl around, and it's Connor McDavid pumping it back to Bouchard. 2 points in the game for the Oilers' top offensive defenseman. Draisaitl holds on. Trying to force that across off Lindell. McDavid on it to return it to 29. Draisaitl off the boards. Now it's McDavid to Bouchard. Nugent Hopkins up high as McDavid takes it, and he got bumped out by Blackwell. Quickly back in, and he got tripped up there by Blackwell, and they're going to call a penalty. And Blackwell's going to get the gate.
Boy, just looking for McDavid as he gets up there. You never see getting clipped like that. Blackwell did a great job on the initial play, being aggressive and forces this turnover, and then goes for the body. Didn't get him underneath like it looked live, but that's one where you got to allow the guy to get through and gets in, and the arm goes up. So 5-on-3, just 20 seconds left in the original one. I think for most Oilers fans, though, it's seeing McDavid getting up and doing okay. You see Sam Reinhart kind of get hit like that last night, didn't return in that game, so the best sign there is 97 still on the ice.
You saw the reaction of Connor Brown on the Oiler bench, so off this draw, Dallas able to get it down the ice. Kevin Bouchard said it hit somebody along the bench. He wanted it called quickly, doesn't get it. And now at center ice, it's taken off the stick to Draisaitl. Now the wheel. Nugent Hopkins to get things set up. And a pass across Draisaitl.
Oh my God.
Nugent Hopkins holds, and he can't get it through with Ottinger.
Oh, that was close.
One side of the net.
Cody Ceci, I think, is the one that gets this one. And you talk about patience. I think everybody in the building, including Ottinger, is expecting this to be a one-timer that you see from Draisaitl. Pass across, nope. Instead, look at Ottinger goes all the way back the other way. And Nugent Hopkins just holding on, trying to find that lane, and can't get that puck back through to the net.
The former Oilers CC topping all Dallas players in ice time at 17 minutes so far in this game. Hyman trying to take it to the net. Lindell stripped him of the puck. Now Kane back to the line and gets it back from Wallman. Kane fires. Glove stop Ottinger.
You know, just the anxiousness and missed opportunity, and the frustration for that top unit was with the 20 seconds not being able to control the faceoff, right? Just forcing to get back in and get the setup yet again. Still plenty of time, though. Minute 18 for this second unit. Try to get something going here.
Adam Henrique on the draw. He'll win it back for Holman. Across for Klingberg. Couldn't get it out. Now break. It's Wyatt Johnston. Short-handed. In the backhand. Goes high and wide. to the point. Slides the length of the ice.
Another example why you never take anything for granted in a playoff game. That could have been such a huge momentum swing. Credit Klingberg putting pressure but not taking a penalty on that.
Now Perry, Draisaitl, Kulak along the boards. Gets it to McDavid out in front, and then turned aside by Harley, and swung past Nurse down the ice. Couple dozen seconds remaining in the Edmonton power play as Darnell Nurse leads them out. Nurse over the line and pass puts the play offside.
Man, I mean, you think Dallas got to go, okay, here we go again. You know, you dodge the bullet on a 5-on-3. Now all of a sudden, okay, try to kill this off. Instead, boom. Good job of getting a little bit of separation, but right at the end, just never really got control. He feels the pressure of Klingberg. Does he get his stick in there at all? Maybe one little tap on the hand, and then Johnson moving rapidly to his left. That kind of slid by, and he didn't get it back towards the net where he needed to. Looked like he got a little bit of height on it, but couldn't find the back of the net. What a big missed opportunity there.
He had 3 short-handed goals this season. He's been a bit sneak bit of late. The Stars looking for more out of their phenomenal young player in his 3rd year. And now Dallas back to full strength 3 minutes into the 3rd. Had 5 goals in the 3rd period. 2 nights ago, that was the most by any team in 1 period in the Stanley Cup playoffs so far this season. Nugent Hopkins spinning it down behind the net. Heiskanen plays it ahead, but Nugent Hopkins there again. Goal and an assist in both the first 2 games of this series for Nugent Hopkins, and away goes Hintz. Rope hits into Edmonton territory. In behind the net, Granlund trying to come up with that. Rantanen parks in front. Back to the line, and it splits the defense. And we've got Hintz down.
Nurse is taking a penalty here with a cross check.
And Hintz still down.
Why is he down?
Standing over him, and now
What did he do?
heading to the bench.
My leg.
Didn't see it live, just saw the body going down, and initially I thought up top. It almost looks like it's his lower body. Yeah, looking down into the legs. Jim Nill trying to get a replay. I don't think you've seen one yet. But man, this building could be a completely different place if you get that goal. Watch at the front. Hintz gets a little whack. Oh, it's a whack as he turns around. So Nurse backing up. Absorbs the 1 hit and then gets him right on the top of the knee above. And down Hintz goes. I think the discussion with the officials here, that's a 2-minute slash.
Unable to get any weight on that leg at the moment. Might be one of those
stingers. Yeah, you get the nerve right on the side, especially if it hits the side of your knee. It's amazing. Just I think they'll review that. Yeah,
a review for 5.
You can tell by
Why
the
are they reviewing it?
You know, I'm not sure they saw.
That's 2 minutes.
Exactly what
That's
it
not
was.
5.
No question about a slash.
That's 2 minutes. That's 2
I
minutes.
would be surprised here if it's a foul.
Yeah, it's just the injury, and the Hintz needed assistance to the bench would at least make them review this, give them that option. There are not many 5-minute majors for that, though.
No.
But there are 20,000 referees ready to make that call in this building.
That was it wasn't even the top of the knee. I thought it was maybe a potential. That's right down around the ankle and on the shin pad. Again, no question a penalty, and one that Darnell Nurse shouldn't take. I just can't think of this being a 5-minute.
That's not 5.
After review, it's a 2-minute minor for slashing on
2.
25.
It's only 2 minutes. That is not 5.
Not really a surprise, but it is a power play for Dallas.
It's the beauty of fans, isn't it? You know when they're playing in a building and the reactions there. By no stretch is that a the 5-minute. But again, another retaliation one. You just dodged a bullet as the Oilers on the shorthanded chance again. Now you're given a power play that you know has a little bit of confidence in this series, and another chance to try to get the Dallas Stars back with some energy in this game.
Duchesne along with Johnston, and Duchesne wins the draw back to Heiskanen. Here's Matt Duchesne looking for Rantanen. Jason Robertson with Wyatt Johnston parked in front. Mikko Rantanen centers. It glanced off the skate of Johnston into the near side corner. Duchesne battling for it. Oilers making it stay into the corner. Now Heiskanen across. Here's Rantanen. Got to get to the net. That's there by Nugent Hopkins. Heiskanen back to Rantanen. Now Duchesne puts it in front, and Johnston couldn't get a shot to the net.
Again, there's that balance for the penalty kill, trying to be as aggressive and confident as you can. That's so hard to do when you've been lit up in the last game, but I think necessity against this Dallas power play that has lots of confidence.
Second power play of the night. Dallas one shot on an unsuccessful first power play. Kulak on the backhand, and then off the glass and past Heiskanen and out. Rantanen for Robertson. Up by Stetcher. Kulak back with Duchesne. In on him. Rantanen lost it. Stetcher got it. And he'll send it 200 feet.
A great play by Stetcher. Stood up at the line, got physical, forced the dump in, came back to his partner to support, and ends up getting the clear.
Now Harley comes on with Sagan, Granlund, Ben. Different power play units for Pete DeBoer here. And one puck fired back to the Dallas line mark with the fifth member of this second unit out. Granlund to the line, and he made that extra move that puts it offside.
Well, we've talked a lot about Troy Stetcher in this game, and, you know, just the little things, the quick read, be aggressive at the line. So Robertson dumps it in, but then everybody's late. It's another mismatch. Support your partner, and Kulak does a great job of keeping that alive. And, you know, you work in tandems out there. If one guy's going to be aggressive, all three others have to be in unison, and there was a great example of doing so.
Dallas hasn't registered a shot on this second power play and wins the faceoff. Fired in by Marchment, and that one ends up out of play. The faceoff will come back out.
Just the difference in, you know, the vibe in this place. This is a loud building, and then you go back to game one. For the first 40 minutes, the Oilers just silenced this crowd, and then all of a sudden it was electric. Goes to the legs of the Dallas Stars, goes to their confidence.
You're losing this.
Game two, virtually the same. The Oilers taking the crowd out of it, especially in game second. The opportunity was there for Dallas with the shorthanded chance to bring them to their feet again. Now, just 16 seconds left of this kill to get through another one.
At decibel peak, it's
high.
Two of the loudest buildings in the league represented in this series. And a reminder, game three, a matinee in Edmonton on Sunday. Sunday afternoon, Dadonov crashing in there. Left in the corner. And it's Logan able to get it out. He's going to knock it away, and back in comes Dadonov. Good play to the side of the net. Ben picks it up. Leaned on by McDavid. Jamie Benn able to get it to Dadonov. A centering pass. Backhanded in deep by Heiskanen. Put out in front and steal with a backhand steered wide. Now Vander Keen able to get that pass. Heiskanen and out.
Good back pressure there by Zach Hyman. He kind of missed his responsibility there, but read it late and got his stick in there to not allow a play at the net.
Keen disrupting Thomas Harley. Dallas back on it as it's flipped away at center. Draisaitl will dump it back in. There's Granlund. Nice move by Harley as he spun away from Kapanen. Johnston's got it. Up ahead, Granlund. He'll swing wide. Pass Stetcher with a hot shot. Up high on Skinner. Rantanen on it again. Rantanen back and out of the reach of Bishop. That last power play, the people did not go with the old fin line. On either unit. Here's Liam Bishop. Got it ahead. Johnston for Renton on this left side. Lost it in. Tried to put it in front. Johnston couldn't reach it. And Henrique's up with it. And he'll play it back down. And Frederick came up with a puck. Henrique to the line. Bouchard plays it into the corner. Petrovic there for Dallas. Over to Lindell. That redirected out to center. Knocked down by Blackwell. Here comes Blackwell. Working his way in. Robertson shot. Blocked by Bouchard. It'll come back to Lindell. Scoops a backhand into the slot. Comes back towards Lindell. He couldn't reach it. They'll have to re-rack. Back in their own zone.
There's Bouchard, who got the puck in that knee area we were talking about before, and that one kind of hobbled him back to the Oiler bench.
There's one of the reasons the yellow fin line wasn't out there. Hint's still not available. Haven't seen him come back since taking that slash by Nurse. And I don't think Brandon got any power play time on that last Dallas man advantage. And McDavid weaving his way in, and then a good poke check there by Heiskanen. Up past Sagan, and a roll for an icing call.
Body Armor Hydration Drink with electrolytes, natural flavors, natural sweeteners, and no colors from artificial sources. Body Armor, the official sports hydration partner of the NHL.
Well, Bouchard just plays in every key element of the game. Yeah, that is in that tough area. Again, there's a nerve that goes right down the side of your leg there, and it can be so painful for a long stretch and then suddenly can subside. He's getting a good talking to on the bench. One of the key things, he's not all about offense.
There's a centering play, and that broken up by Kulak. Out comes Draisaitl, red line and in. That's just 2-1 Dallas here in the third period. Behind the net, battle by Janmark. Cycles it back for Draisaitl. Around it comes to Stetcher. Troy Stetcher trying to sift it through, and that went high over the net. Perry, back for Draisaitl. Off the checking of Harley. Now Thomas Harley will take over.
What a great play by Janmark there. He's going to make a change here, but here's the value of having over 100 games of playoff experience. You're in a 3-0 lead, got the puck deep, didn't throw one blind to the middle, just kept it deep.
And Brian Johnston here, but that's kicked away by Skinner and past Renton. So Johnston takes over for Hintz on that top line for Dallas. Whistle with a hit along the boards. Renton in the midst of it. Battling is Podkolzin and Capital. Big time scrum. Whistle and Podkolzin will exchange shoves.
Lame fight.
And it looks like penalties are pending.
Yeah, they both absorbed a few. Bischel just trying to get something. I said Janmark, just the veteran play of not panicking. 104 games of experience. Don't throw it blind. Keep it back in. You got a 3-goal lead. You don't want to give any kind of a chance. Draisaitl does the same thing. Just time is the enemy of the Dallas Stars. And there's another save for Stuart Skinner.
Put your hands up if you love ads.
That's how we do. What it is, lean back. Get down when we come around.
Dear Stanley, it's time to come home.
Sponge towels. Nothing absorbs like it.
Since when did Canada matter?
Since when were Canadians passionate or loud or exciting? Since when were Canadians proud? When weren't we? Canadians since 1786.
This is severe weather. It's getting worse in Canada, and we all pay the price. But this is what protecting Canadians from the impacts of severe weather looks like. By the thousands of people who work in our insurance industry, protecting the...
Hooray! Hooray!
Lots for the Edmonton Oilers to celebrate, including a third period in which they killed off a penalty to Darnell Nurse. Evander Kane took a penalty in that third period, and we know what happened in the final frame in Game 1. But this morning, Greg and Chris, he just spoke of so much experience on the Edmonton Oilers. They understand the playoffs are a roller coaster, and they want to make sure they enjoy the ride on the way up and figure out how to do it and get out of the ride when it's on the way down.
Jim Kane has the lone Edmonton shot here in the opening 10 minutes plus of the third period. But they have held Dallas to 4 shots. They've been able to keep the lid on things so far here in the third. Rantanen trying to change that. He's going to fire wide. There's one. Oh! Skinner! Taylor Price!
No way he saved that.
To save the day. Lindell got an empty net. He's getting shot blocked. And it ricochets out. How about Stuart Skinner? And a bounce-back performance. Rantanen moving back in. Took a long look. Turns back. Hands it off to Harley. Thomas Harley in. Around behind the net. And Skinner the slot shooting. Skinner got a right pad on that. And now McDavid up ahead for Nurse. Trying to spring Hyman. Hyman in behind, and he got a shot on Ottinger. What a stop by Skinner. Lindell with a gaping net, and now Robertson back in. Wyatt Johnston fires it right on. Harley jumps on a rebound. And then fumbled the puck. He's got to regroup out at center. Moving right back in with Johnston. Johnston again, and he sent that high. So Dallas not going away. Lead feed, Harley across. Robertson kicks it onto his stick. Trying to bump a swing. Fires it around for Ceci. Hands it off for Johnston. Wallman lost it. Johnston's got it again. Ripped along the boards there by Bouchard. Robertson. Ceci. Heiskanen shooting that. Deflecting wide of the net off the stick of Robertson. Fired across the goal line. Heiskanen again. That bounced through. Johnston's got it. Heiskanen on it. Tyler Seguin coming onto the ice now as Mitchell got to the benches. Dallas maintained possession. That's out of the reach of Johnston, and Draisaitl is going to clear the zone. And Podkolzin off the boards, but from his side of center, it's an icing call, and the Oilers trying to get a change, have about 10 guys on the ice.
Well, you wait all night for your moment. Here it is for Stuart Skinner. The shot off the backboard. He read that quick enough to get across. Couldn't get his body there, but at the last second, just the stick down right in the heel as he got it hard against the ice. One of the challenges is there.
That's a funny
if
save.
It's in the air, that's one thing, but he had
That's
to get
really
some
funny.
strength on it on the ice to not allow that one to go right through his stick and go there. A more difficult play on the ice, and he's able to make it at the last second to keep it a 3-0 game.
Talked a little about his compete level prior to or after game number 1. He's been competing in that goal tonight. 23 stops so far. Here's Duchesne with a steal. Dallas with a push. It'll come back to the line and a shot. Walked in front. Heavy traffic, and Petrovic couldn't get it through. Marchman trying to jam it, and Skinner hugs the post and holds on. Well, we've got our best stop of the series and one of the best of the playoffs. Skinner robbing Essa Lindell.
unites all hockey fans. Guys, check it out. No matter who you cheer for. When it comes to our love for hockey.
Hello? Hey. 3? Really? What's the score? Oh.
For who?
Oh. Yeah, oh.
Don't watch it, dude. Don't watch it. 3 minutes left.
How would I even watch it?
On Sportsnet. How's the place? Is it hot?
No.
Is it sunny?
Yeah.
Liar. Every time I come there, it's always raining.
Nah, it's a little cloudy.
Let's see.
It was sunny this morning.
Let's see. Oh my lord, why come it's never like that for me?
I don't know.
Sucks. You see my Nespresso I bought?
Is it actually yours?
Stop.
Is it,
Rest in peace.
is it made in Switzerland?
Yes. Your mom psyched me out. Your mom's like, what's the important to me? She lied.
Of course she did.
She's like, I got you to eat. Let me say hi. Alright, buddy. Talk to you soon. Love you.
Alright.
It could have turned out really scary and dangerous for Connor Brown with the Mikhail Granlund high skate. D.D. Force checking him out, maybe a small cut, but this cut was much deeper as Connor Brown with a great...
Hello? Okay, bye.
In this postseason already. So just over 7 left as that shot sails high. And the Oilers send it out to center ice. Keane was a little double dip there to get it in. And now it's knocked down at center by Klingberg. Red line back into the Dallas zone. Stopped up there by Ottinger for Bishop. Matt Duchene up ahead, stretches that one for Marchman inside the line. Marchman can't get it deep, and Keane plays it right back out. Duchene with a quick turn, but into some traffic there. 3 Oilers around the puck. And it's Henrique able to get it outside the line once again. Oh, there's a big hit by Bishop as he knocked down Keane, who takes a number. Bishop at 6'7", 231 pounds. Kulak. McDavid up ahead for Hyman. Zach Hyman with 33 hits in the last 3 games. Up ahead it goes for Dadonov. Tried to play it back for Steele. He wasn't there, and Hyman dumps it back into Stars ice. Under 6 to go here in the third. Again, Game 3 Sunday afternoon in Edmonton. 1 o'clock local, 3 o'clock Eastern. Sam Steele. Pass for Ben, broken up by Bouchard. McDavid turns it back, and now Bouchard gets a long look up ice before playing it ahead. Gloved down by Frederick. Left wing for Draisaitl, who just one-hands it a little deeper. Kapanen behind the net. Draisaitl up with it. Tried to center it. That goes off the skate of Wyatt Johnston. Now Granlund looking to work it ahead. Draisaitl breaks that up. Granlund takes a run at Draisaitl. Lindell on this left side for Johnston. And what a big hit by Kapanen on Granlund. Here's the centering play.
And they still can't score that.
I can't believe Janmark can't believe that didn't go in first, and then he didn't get it on the tip in.
Puck on the line. Well, they come close to a fourth. Now it's Duchesne putting it in front, knocked away. Along the boards. Heiskanen steps up. He puts a shot on goal. Rebound for Johnston. In the corner, Duchesne. And then he just left it there, and it's scooped away by Stetcher. Charging after it is Kane. Got Brown in front, and the pass goes off the stick of Heiskanen. Kane with a bit of a run on Rantanen, didn't get all of them. Now Jason Robertson with under 4 to go.
This is what the Oilers have done well when they've been able to defend. They defend also with staying aggressive. They force you to make plays in your own zone to try to create something at the other end. They're not just sitting down, trying to sit on the lead.
Sagan got a stick on that.
Chat, 3 minutes left.
And out of play.
Well, a couple of big plays create a chance at the net. A good hard hit. Kapanen absorbs the hit to make the play, goes back down the other end, and now Janmark in all alone loses it for a second off the post and out the other side. Heiskanen able to get the clear.
Especially with a $3 Harvey's milkshake. Thick, creamy, hand-spun Canadian dairy.
I'll be back.
Harvey's milkshakes and frozen drinks. Only $3 all summer long.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge. Better oil for maximum performance.
Dear Stanley, it's time to come home.
Oh, organic cotton sheets.
Organic? Are we sleeping on them or eating them? $40. See, I would have led with that.
Deal so good, everyone approves. HomeSense.
Parrots are incredible animals.
Another overdue bill?
And they're also extremely intelligent.
Forgot to pay again.
And they also repeat things they hear a lot. The new BMO Eclipse Rise Visa card rewards you with points for paying your bill on time every month to help build a routine.
Reward you with points?
And you get 5 times the points on things like groceries, dining, recurring bill payments.
For paying your bill?
But also you get...
Every month.
And just remember...
Build a routine, huh?
He is a talker.
Well, this has been another episode of what you would call Stuart's Adventures. You've seen over the last few years, there's been some highs, there's been some lows, there's been some wild, and there's been some woes. Tonight even, too, lost the puck a few times, battled himself, gets knocked down, gets right back up. On the doorstep, he's had to fight through traffic. You know, it hasn't been an easy game, and how about this beauty here? From one side to the other, the stick down, able to make a glorious save. You know, it's been the highs and the lows of Stuart Skinner throughout these playoffs and last, and trying to get this one to the finish line with just 3.5 to go.
Empty net, Zach Hyman charging after it, and just icing, despite a hard charge there by Hyman. For the top breaking stories every night, The National with chief correspondent Adrian Arsenault. Tonight, watch free on CBC Gem.
You know, the big thing is the mental battle that you have as a goaltender more than any other player on the ice. And I think the one thing that Stuart has got the respect of his teammates from is his ability to bounce back, his ability to stay strong through all the ups and downs.
Duchesne wins the draw. Duchesne in the corner. Back for Heiskanen. Couple of guys who scored against Skinner in Game 1. There's Heiskanen back to Duchesne in the slot. Robertson denied. Rantanen's got it across. Duchesne off the side of the net. Great pass by Rantanen through the seam, and now Nugent Hopkins out to Hyman with that empty net. Zach Hyman, and it's deflected wide. Hyman had the stick knocked out of his hands, and so a slashing penalty going against Dallas.
I'm surprised this isn't an awarded goal, as Hyman's got an empty net. and the stick gets slashed and broken right out
Dallas
of his hand.
96 minor penalty for slashing.
Not going to give him the goal, but Hyman looking back saying, why not? You know, Duchesne with the best effort here. Just 3 minutes left, a cross-seam pass. Just that extra second delay. Oh, I didn't quite get it to the net either, did he? Nice little outlet pass by McDavid to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And the slash call that would have been an empty net goal. Hyman went for an answer as to why that's not a goal, but instead the power play.
Who's winning, chat?
So 2:53 remaining, and Draisaitl on this offensive zone crowd wins it.
Wait, what? How did we have a power play?
One time by Draisaitl off the heel wide. Evander Kane back around. Oilers 1 for 4 on the power play. Stetcher trying to redirect that to Draisaitl. Loose for Lindell, and Stetcher knocked that down at center, so he doesn't have to go back to get it. And Perry works his way back in. Leon Draisaitl back to Stetcher. Rink wide it goes for Draisaitl. Played it in behind the net. Cody Ceci there, and off Darnell Nurse's glove to center. Nurse hearing it as he was involved, and Roope Hintz did not return after that slash by Nurse earlier in the period. Skinner hands it off, and the Oilers work their way through center. McDavid will turn back. Connor McDavid now with 20 points, fourth consecutive 20-point playoff for Connor McDavid. Now Hyman on this right side. Hyman knocked down by Bishop. And Klingberg back to his own line.
Good discipline in the power play here. You're just happy to let the clock tick away and get the 2 minutes off the books. No chances. Saw the shorthanded chance Dallas had earlier. There's 3 above the puck every time. They're not worried about getting the setup. Just trying to get this one to the finish line.
Troy Stetcher works it back in. Late stages of the Oilers power play. That was knocked down. A pass for Brown. That came up with they could almost cut Stetcher in the face, but able to hold the zone. Petrovic works past Brown. In the final minute here at a quiet American Airlines Center. Bischel off the boards and out. Stetcher for Brown, a goal scorer in this game. Off the stick again, Mark inside the line. And now Rantanen out of the box. And back to the attack, trying to slip it through. Dadonov, and he backhanded that wide. One more chance for Dallas, and maybe another, and Johnston missed. 2 chances here in rapid fire. Another pass for Johnston. Wyatt Johnston's got it. Comes out in front, and backhands it across the goal mouth.
Well, that's it, chat. 3-0 Edmonton. Hello?
Shut out, baby.
Really?
3-0. Shut out.
Huh.
It's Dallas.
Wait, doesn't that mean that...
We now have home ice advantage, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is the year.
Yeah,
This is the year, my friend.
until they go against Florida.
Yep. The Panthers. You ever heard of the Panthers? They're gay. Hockey team. Okay, bye. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Alright, chat, it's over.
What did you get me into?
Welcome to Narnia.
Buckle your seatbelt.
Oilers win 3-0. Skinner shutout.
Caught stealing.
That's surprising to say.
Jones,
Anyways,
what are you
let's cue
working
the
on?
next segment.
Nice. Oh!
was level 1. You want me to go higher?
No.
Give me a second, chat. How am I gonna do this? Yes, this is some good lighting. Okay, cue the next segment. This is gonna be so stupid. Get rid of that. Change to FaceTime. Whoa, and then we get the view of the oh, I ruined the surprise already. It's a steak. Nice, beautiful view. Get that out of here. Get it out of here. Hold on, chat. Ooh, that smells good, chat. But it smells very good. Okay. Now we transition. Nah. Why is no one in chat? Why am I doing this alone? Chat, this is lame. Can I get some follows? Can I get some follows, chat? Well, you know, sometimes in life, you just gotta live. And like, if you don't live, you'll die. Yeah. How am I supposed to eat this? What if I just eat it with my hands? I might as well. It's even cooked. Steak looking rare. Yeah, I don't think my knife cut it. That was good. That's good, chat. It was actually good. Anyways. Y'all know how to stream? You just gotta press the go live button, and then you can be just like me. It's really that easy. Oh, my hand. It's gotta be the best segment on Twitch right now. Of a fatty piece. Oh my god, the steak's actually like rare. But it's so good, chat. It's so good. I need a napkin. I need a napkin. Go, napkin. Where are you at? Where are you at, napkin? Wow. I could go. Chat, what do you think? Come. Oh, my heart. That's not good. Not good. I need a caca. Faster we eat, faster we can fart. That's right, chat. The world runs on farts. Chat, let me doom scroll for a bit. Don't mind me. Meat. Chat, if you love streaming, say me. Hey chat, last piece of the steak. That's it, W stream, we're ending the stream.